Hey ladies, welcome and welcome back to my channel. How you doing? As you know, this is your daily dose of truth. No fluff, no sugarcoating, so let's get into it. I do apologize for the noise. It is raining. I did break my microphone. I ordered one. Hopefully it comes super early in the morning tomorrow, so yes, thank you for your understanding. So tonight we're going to be talking about this man that came online. He spoke of his dislike for Black women and, how Black women don't listen. And he went on to attack a young woman's appearance, etc., etc. So we're just going to jump right into it and take apart, because since the video came out, some new information about him came out as well. So we're going to take apart this animosity that he has towards Black women. Let's dissect it a little bit.
Nah, that. You want to? No. Here's why I don't date Black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen.
I'm listening.
I don't date Black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know. And that's why I'm never going to be in your pump ever again.
Dip out the pool.
I'm not with Black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
listen,
sir.
Listen.
Apologies
Where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
What kind of
bullshit? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Once you talk about Black women's hair, you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. He's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're going to have to deal with it. Yeah. You're going to have to deal with this by yourself, my brother.
Take off your head,
triggered.
Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair? I'm triggered. I said I was triggered. Did I not say I was triggered? Where's your hair?
No.
Where's your hair?
Where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No. He's
Show me your hair.
pressed. He's
Show me your hair.
pressed.
Take off your eyelash. Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed because you got cheated on 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where? Watch
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Jumping.
And I'll bring my natural hair Indian woman in here now.
And then what?
she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your blog.
But the crowd was silent. The crowd
Out
was
here with
silent.
fake hair, fake
The crowd was
eyelashes.
silent.
Oh, I feel like you hate Black women now.
Do you see why I said that?
What do you mean
Do you
attitude?
see why I said that?
Why wasn't it just response instead of reaction?
That's how women are. We like to snap and...
Not all women, but Black women love to snap.
Thank you very
innit?
much.
Majority of Black women love to snap, innit?
White women do it too.
Majority of Black women love to snap, and white women love to follow Black women.
Okay, so in this next clip, it's basically a behind the scene of what happened after this whole interaction, right? Of course, the video is longer, it's on a podcast, but this is after. I want you to notice the amount of men that were actually laughing, not saying anything to stand up to him, to stand up for Black women. Just like on the podcast, they were just laughing, right? After what he said, not speaking up, not saying anything. I want you to notice that.
Fucking thing because they're Black. I fucking told you, Carl. This fucking Black thing fucking annoys me, bro. Black, I'm Black, so you have to fucking love me. No, I fucking don't. No, I fucking don't. Fucking Black women. Also, always fucking Black women on some high horse. Do some Black woman shit. Do some Black woman shit to make me fucking respect you as a fucking Black woman.
Do some Black women shit so I can respect you as a Black woman. Sir, nobody asked you for your respect. We did not ask you to respect us. Why do you think we care about your respect? But what I found out, right, of course, once you attack a group of people for absolutely no reason, or the internet is just mad at you, people will go out of their way to search you up, look up your past, you know what I mean? So being online I wouldn't say it's dangerous. It's dangerous to an extent, right? You have to be careful with your presence online. You have to be careful with the information. You have to be careful if you're going to be a piece of shit that you're not afraid of what will come out once, you know, you attack people. So this next video is basically the information that came out about his past. He is a convicted felon. He has been in prison for like 11 years. Okay, so let's go ahead and hear it from him.
Can I
You said
ask
no, it's
something?
okay.
What's your name again?
Josiah Francois.
What did you do 11 years for?
Conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. Okay. Furthermore, that wasn't even pum pum. That was Badussi. You don't know what Badussi is, do you? Badussi is not nice. I'm telling you now, guys. Like, Badussi is bum, ass, dick, and pussy all in one. Could you imagine what that looks like? Imagine what that smells like. Ginger Jesus knows. Don't go to jail if you like pum pum. Okay. Oh, mate. Hey. I am proud of myself. I am. Before I went to jail, that's what it was like. I come out of jail, you can't fucking you can't talk to a woman.
Oh, that's cancel culture though. You don't want to get
You
cancelled.
can't cancel me, I'm black and ginger.
Seems like he did get canceled. Yeah, okay. So let's dissect that a little bit. Let me go back. So I understand that you lost your masculinity when you were in jail. I understand that you're used to, what did he say, boosie cats, right? And you're trying to get back into the vibe of dealing with vaginas again, right? You lost your masculinity and you got out and thought to yourself, how do I get my masculinity back? How do I feel like a man again, right? And you thought, I know. Let me put black women down. And I'm also confused because if you are dealing with another race, why do you feel the need to always compare black women with another race? It happens with every black man that comes online and says, you know, I don't like black women. I prefer this race, or I just prefer any other race than black women, and proceeds to degrade black women. What is the purpose of that? Why can't you just have your preference? Your preference have good hair. They don't wear makeup or lashes. That's not true. That is so not true. Other races do the exact same thing, but not as bad as black women, right? Why do you feel the need to talk about black women? But anyways, I just felt like there shouldn't have been that many think pieces, because why are we listening to a felon? Why are we caring about what a felon said? Like, it's like every 2 to 3 business month, we have the same type of videos that come out. Anyone who wants to make a name for themselves, because not all, even if you have bad publicity, you still make money off of it sometimes. You know, you still attract the people that have the same mentality as you. So why give those people a platform? Anyways, I have one more video to share with you guys to further prove why we should not be giving a damn about this man's opinion.
Here's why I don't date black women. Oh, look at this. Look back at it. Look at it. There you go. Can you imagine being in jail with childbearing hips? Like your mama? Shit, look at it, look at it. All that ass, look at all that ass. No, I didn't drop no soap. Shit. You know I didn't drop no soap.
We are listening to a man with childbearing hips. We're listening to a man who has lost his masculinity. He has lost touch with the real world. We have evolved since this man first went to prison. He has been in prison for more than a decade, okay? And he thought he would come out and black women would start swimming over him. That's the problem with a lot of men. They don't evolve, okay? They stay the same. Just like that. That's why we're still fighting for certain rights. That's why we're still fighting to be heard as women, because they don't want to evolve. They want to stay back in the day. They want to stay in the past. They want to stay in the 1900s. They want to stay in the past. They don't want to evolve. So this man who thought that he would come out of jail and black women would be waiting to serve him, waiting to please him, it just did not happen that way. So he's not happy. He's not happy with himself. And what do people do when they're not happy with themselves? When they need a quick come up on social media? When they need to feel good about themselves? Talk shit about black women. When you're a black woman, you can never catch a fucking break. Doesn't matter what you do. You could be inside your house like me, inside my house, for like 4 months. You cannot catch a break. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch people's thoughts and opinions on the rest of the stitches.
There's no reality a short, toothless, ginger black leprechaun should be able to come online and berate, embarrass, and talk down to black women, and all those black men behind him were laughing like it was funny. This isn't entertainment. This is detrimental. As a black person, we know what racism looks like. As a black man, I'll never know what racism coupled with sexism looks like in terms of misogyny. And being a black woman, you are treated the worst of the worst in almost every society in the world dislikes black people. But what's worse is black women are treated the worst by their own black men. It's not a secret that the black community suffers from internalized colorism, internalized racism, internalized misogyny that was instilled upon us in all the systems that we grew up in. But berating a group of black women on TV for clicks and views, and then every other black man behind this man is laughing, just speaks volumes into how misogyny and colorism is embedded in our cultures, where no matter what cultures we're from, due to the impact of colonialism and slavery and what that does to our minds. To weaponize a black woman's hair against her is to be ignorant to the fact that black women's hair were weaponized against them by the colonial slave masters all of their life. Their experience was different than a black man, because black women getting sexually assaulted by white men, and then having white women be jealous of them and have them cover their hair. And then when their hair was covered and then it became stylish, they would make them cut their hair. They would make them take off their braids. They would make them look as rough as possible and not groom themselves, because they didn't want them to garner the attention of their husband and or be more dramatic than them. You know, everything we do culturally is very beautiful, very detailed, very, very distinguishable. And they didn't want that. So for generations, women have been dealing with the oppressors oppressing their self-identity, oppressing their self-worth, and oppressing their appearance because of these factors. So for you, a ginger, toothless black man, to say, where is your hair? Take off your makeup, when you look like you are ashy and eat carrots for a living, all you're doing is feeding into the colonial master's plan that's working on all of us. On all of us. And you know, I see that black women actually still love black men. They adore black men. They have black sons, black fathers, black uncles. But for the life of me, when I see shit like this, it shocks me that they even care about black men anymore, or that they even want to fuck with black men anymore, especially when black men think this is okay. And I know this was in the UK, but this is a problem that extends throughout the entire diaspora. It's a problem in America. It's a problem in the Caribbean. It's a problem everywhere that there are black women and black women. There's a problem with this. And I just implore you, man, to before you talk about how you can't subjugate a woman, why do you think that you need to put a woman in her place? Ask yourself if you can walk an inch in the mile that black women exist in. And being treated the lowest of the lowest in the social hierarchy, in the racial hierarchy, and the sex hierarchy, and then still have to walk around with a smile. But if they don't, because they're treated like shit, they get called angry, aggressive, just an angry black woman trope. But if a Latina does it, it's a spicy Latina. I want a spicy Latina. If a white woman does it, oh, that's just a crazy Karen. If anybody does it besides black women, it's considered culturally acceptable or something exotic. Ask yourself why this internalized hatred of ourselves, because that's really what it is. It's because there's no way you can have a black mother, black aunties, and a black grandmother who helped raise you, but then you scream loudly about why you don't date black women because you can't stand black women. There's a lot to unpack with that, but the internalized colonialism that we deal with in our brains every day, we have to unpack generation by generation. And it gets better with each generation. But it's unfortunate that this clip is being used because there's no reason for that man to be so angry. What are you so angry about?
What's going on with the black man today? Like, what is going on? we have this clip of this ginger guy going crazy, saying how much he don't date black women and this and that and this. And then we get a video, or should I say a voice clip, of Young Thug calling Gorilla ugly, calling her this, that, she's butters. What is going on? This is the reason why you have a lot of black women saying that black men hate black women, because of shit like this. Every single day or every other day, we have black men who come on a big internet and chat shit about their fellow black women. Look, we can disagree, we can have different opinions. Do you get what I'm saying? We may not see eye to eye, it's normal. But to come online and just diss black women for no reason, you're a weirdo.
It's fascinating the way the playbook of the patriarchy, performative masculinity, the tenderness of a person's ego, and this awkward place of the assumption of you being light-skinned equating to you being attractive, when many of us either have eyes or can read the braille of you not being conventionally attractive, you know? I think all of that comes together to create a level of audacity that man demonstrated on that show. Now, I know in their career, they're a comedian. They also seem to be a formerly incarcerated person. Shout out on your 2-year anniversary. I'm not being facetious about that. As a person who was locked up, I love that for you. But whether this was a performance or whether this is who you really are, you haven't done the full work you need to do to figure out what is so heavy on your spirit. Because who you became in that moment, speaking to those black women, wait a minute, let me pause, bitch. Let me talk about the other black men who were there, who were a party to this. Dominique, a party to this, whether they didn't say anything, whether they halfway put their arm out in protection of these black women, whether they did not whether, and ultimately because they did not unequivocally say, like, you are out of fucking line, this is disrespectful. Because here's the thing, it wasn't this black woman is a problem to me, I'm gonna unpack this, I'm gonna go there. It was a zero-sum conversation about black women overall, that the reason I don't want to be with a black woman is that she can't stay in her place and she doesn't listen to me the way she's supposed to. Why would anyone listen to you when you have gray teeth? The only person who should be listening to you is your primary care physician. But most importantly, I want to close with this. Most women in this world, most black women are exhausted, and in the face of quality leadership, will scurry to divest from being in charge and in control. And most people don't want to acknowledge that. Black women are not leaning into your leadership because you don't have quality leadership. I'm giving you grace, calling what you do leadership. You don't know how to strategize. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to read the room. You don't even know how to position yourself to be culpable for the safety and wellness of those that you want to follow you. You want motherfuckers to follow you and do 80% of the work when we get there. You're a GPS. You're not a leader. You're a glorified fucking GPS. You're not a leader. So Ginger, whatever the fuck your name is, Ginger Snaps, Ginger Rail, my good friend Schweppes, you were out of line. And them brothers in that room should have put you out. And to the black women in that space, I'm sorry no one said with their chest that what he did was wrong and demanded respect for you. We can disagree. We can have a spirited conversation, and you not disparage my humanity. And I will be forever gagged that the very people who swear that they love black women, are attracted to black women, want to spend their lives with black women, cannot muster the strength to engage that way. And so, I just want him to get a whitening toothpaste. And it might be easier, But bitch, it just looked like he been chewing on, I don't know, bitch. You know, remember the kid in school that used to chew on chalk? Girl, let me get up off.
And this is why you have to date a man who actually values women and isn't just with you because he can tell you what to do. I just saw a clip of a guy from Backchat. I can't believe it's still on in 2025. He was like shouting his mouth off about black women and like they don't do what they're told and they don't listen when they're spoken to. But then he mentioned his woman. He was like, you know, my Indian woman with her natural hair, blah, 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 blah. Basically saying to the black woman, like, where's your hair? And making that comparison. But what I've just seen on the timeline is a bunch of people now dragging up his woman, talking about her looks already and trying to tear her apart because of him. I obviously don't agree with tearing another woman down, but because he put his woman against other women, he has now opened the floor for people to start attacking her. A man who does not value women is going to be arguing with women like that, get real disrespectful, go to hell, and expose you to dangers and expose you to people criticizing you and picking you apart because he thinks it's okay to do that to other women. A man who is only nice to you but degrades other women will never be a flex, and a man who truly values women would never put you in a position where he's using you as ammunition because he knows that that exposes you to risk.
And this is why Cynthia G was correct when she said it's the same black man every time. A lot of these black men want to put black women in their place like the white man had put them in theirs. What do you mean your place? And then after that, he started going in about black women not wearing their natural hair. And he asked the woman, where's your hair? What about your lashes? Why you wearing makeup? I mean, bro, they do this all across the diaspora. It don't matter if they're in the States. It don't matter if they're somewhere else, bro. Cynthia G was correct. It's the same black man every time. It's absolutely disgusting. Women wear things, and black women put weave in their head because they want to. Black women ain't the only one that wear weave. Black women ain't the only one that put makeup on. But somehow y'all dudes be making excuses for it when you go date your little preference, your little exotics. You feel me? But yeah. Trash.
You can't cancel me on black and ginger. You can't cancel me on black.
Ginger J should have just left us black women alone. I'm telling you now, the comments on Facebook, Twitter, someone said he looks like a leprechaun with no luck. See, when you comment on people's appearance and you're not any type of George Clooney, you should left people alone. Left people alone. Honestly, but entertainment. This is what his ass gets. Trouble people that don't trouble you. Don't trouble people that don't trouble you. And you see how you have the audacity to be talking about where's your hair when you have no hair. Your hair is fighting for its life at the front, but you want to comment on other people's hair, talking about how you're going to bring your Indian natural hair woman into what? This is what you get. Left people alone.
So I recently watched that clip from that Backchat show that's been circulating over social media about that ginger guy saying how he doesn't date black women. And that's fine. Have your preference, but then don't go and hate on your own people and your own women, to be more specific. People like that are just weird. Fair enough, you don't date your own people, but for you to go and hate on them, it just doesn't make sense. Does this mean you hate your mum, your sister? And also, when black men are forced into a corner by black women, why is their immediate response to target their hair? Yes, they wear frontals. Yes, they wear wigs. Yes, they may choose to have a shorter cut hair, but why would you use that as a point to diss them? Because they look beautiful with both. But yeah, I was watching that whole thing, and that whole thing just made no sense to me, man. Like, have your own type, have your own preference, that's fine. But don't hate on your own women, because that is some fucking weirdo shit, man.
I'm seeing a lot of the black women say the same thing. Why didn't any of the other black men that was on the show step in, intervene, and have something to say? Now, what I can say is I know that one of them did. I know that China did pull him aside to basically say to Ginger J, yo, cool off. You see me? But what I will say, and this is not me justifying anything, this is me just telling facts. When it comes to any altercation, as much as the altercation was not between the men, when it comes to altercation with men, it's very different when it is altercation between women. That's what I would say. And I just feel like the men that was there was like, yo, we're not getting involved in that. You understand? But big up China, because I did see China just, it got to a point where China said, yo, just, you get me? He pulled him to the side. You could see what he was trying to move with. You feel me? But yeah, man, people, like, you have to understand that situations like that is only going to happen. It's only going to get worse This is not these men that I'm talking to that was there on the show, but you see, if black men, yeah, say that it's calm to move like that with black women, brother, they're gonna fucking get their back up, bro. They're going to stand up and feel like they have to defend themselves, because you know how many black men I'm seeing in the comments that are saying that they agree with Ginger J. I'm confused, brother. I'm confused. You feel me? I just look at it like this, yeah. Think about how all the stuff that the black man has been through throughout history and still get dealt with in this day and age. In 2025, you get me? And we're very rebellious in comparison to other races. You feel me? That's the truth. So if the black man has gone through so much stuff and they're so rebellious in comparison to other races, then what makes you think that the black woman isn't going to be so tough and rebellious, you get me, compared to other women from other races? It's common sense, bro. It's common sense. You feel me? But when it comes to the fundamentals, women will react a lot more emotional anyway. Do you feel me? They will. That is what they do. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? But like I said in my original video, Ginger J was the one that had no emotional control on Backchat. That's the truth. So you see the man them that are saying, even to me, like, yo, Khan, you get me? Telling me that I'm delusional, rare, saying that Ginger's right. No. He can express himself, and there's ways of expressing himself. Do you feel me? That's not what man's saying, bro. If he's been through traumatic shit, yeah, and it's been with a certain, you get me, a certain type of woman, but let him say what he needs to say. But there's ways to address things. Do you feel me? But for any of the black men to stand there, sit there in the comments and say they feel like it's okay, bro, you are delusional. Because it's not okay. You feel me? Now, I can understand how people will look at this as entertainment, fine. But I just feel like we're always being made a mockery of. That's the reality, fam. That is the fucking reality. Let me tell you something, yeah? I can't speak for every race, but if that was white people, bro, yeah? I'm telling you, brother, that's going on mainstream media, everything. Because they will come and step in. You feel me? That's the reality of it, bro. Me, I'm a man that date all races. And I can say that, fam. You feel me? Straight. Say that with chest. You get me? I never would I come out and move how Ginger J moved. You feel me? We're aware that he took accountability, but I've just got to say that. You feel me? Like, nah, bro. It's mad. So all you man saying that it's calm how he moves, you're guy mad. You are mad. You feel me? I'm telling you, if that was the RTM podcast, I'm telling you, man's bringing out a red card for you, man, because you're going mad. You're going mad. Simple. But yeah, man, people, I just had to touch base on that. And yeah, man, any other man that's got any fucking weird chat for, man, allow it, less of that. Leave me the fuck alone, because, yeah, please, you need to go therapy too. How about that? You feel me? Anyway, people, man, what's your thoughts?
My thought is you should have kept all of that to yourself, because you contradicted yourself so much. Like, I'm confused. It's like, are you saying that they shouldn't have stood up because black women are going to stand up for themselves, and the men are wrong in the comments for saying that that's okay? If it was you would have given him a red card, but you just said that black women would have stood up for themselves. Anyway, I was just so confused listening to that shit. I was just really fucking confused, but what? Anybody else? Was it just me? If it was just me, explain his point to me in the comment section. Swear to God. Yeah, let's keep going.
We live in a racialized socioeconomic hierarchy, right? Whiteness has created this hierarchy, and this hierarchy says that white people are at the top, black people are at the bottom, non-black, non-white people are in between. And a lot of people subscribe to this hierarchy, and they believe that they should be treated according to their position on this hierarchy. Many black men submit to this hierarchy. And so they understand that they're positioned at the bottom of the hierarchy. And so the only way they could have positionality over anyone is black women, is if it's black women. And so this is why it's so important to him that black women know their place. Because if black women don't know their place, then black men are at the bottom, right? they need for black women to subscribe to this hierarchy so that they have a position above someone on this hierarchy that they submit to. They need someone beneath them so that they are not at the bottom, but also so that they have someone that they can exploit, someone that they can punch down on, someone they can extract from. And keep in mind, it's just showing black men and black women. If you really get into intersectionality and you really want to look at this more thoroughly, you understand that queer people are on here, disabled people, you understand that children are at the bottom of this hierarchy because children have no rights. We're just, for the sake of this conversation, we're just looking at black women and black men. And so if you're a black man and you subscribe to this hierarchy, you believe in this hierarchy, and you believe that people should move through life and be treated based on this hierarchy, in order for you to have any value, in order for you to feel any value in this hierarchy, in this system, you have to make sure that black women stay beneath you. You certainly can't let a black woman be on the same level as you, because that disrupts the hierarchy and it takes privilege and access and power away from you. Now, who do you oppress if black women are not beneath you? And you definitely can't let black women surpass you, because if black women surpass you, then that places you lower, and it also makes you a failure in a patriarchal system, right? Because we also know that while we live in this socialized, one of those social aspects of this socialized hierarchy is gender, and we live in a patriarchy that favors men. So at the top of this hierarchy is white men. Instead of black men competing with other men to move higher up the hierarchy, they have acquiesced to their position at the bottom. And they're okay with that position as long as black women are seen as beneath them. And so this is what a man means when he says, know your place. Because he knows his place. He accepts his place. He accepts that he is at the bottom. And he has no desire to compete to move his way up the hierarchy. And so you're not allowed to have that desire either. How dare you?
Black women have said time and time and again that we do not care if you date outside of your race. We date outside of our race. I've dated non-black men before. Like, we do not care. Why do you have to attack us? Why do you have to, talk about us? In most cases, to our face. And because you do that, other races feel so comfortable to disrespect us. If it's not a black man in our community talking shit about us, it could even be a black woman. If it's not from our community, then it's from another race, right? When they're not doing that, it could be exploiting us. They will put our music under their videos, and their videos will get millions of views, millions of likes. And then what boggles my mind is some black people would go under their comment section, oh, he's invited to the cookout for what? Nobody gives a shit about us. Like, I realized that at such a young age, like boosting these people's egos because they're pandering to us. If they're not talking shit about us, they're using us, using our culture to advance themselves. We cannot catch a fucking break. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Black women are the most disrespected people. Most disrespected women, most disrespected demographic on this planet. I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's my opinion. That's what I've observed. That's what I've dealt with. And I stand behind that. What was the reason of telling her that my Indian woman, she doesn't need all of that? That's great. That's amazing that you get to sleep next to somebody that doesn't need all of that. So why are you still talking about us? Why do you care? It's like the same with married men who come online and talk shit about single women, child-free women. Why are you talking about us? If you are married and you have children, how does our lives affect you? Like, it's not clicking for me. But anyways, I'm not giving this man any more of my energy that I've already given. And y'all shouldn't either. Y'all should not either. You should not be giving a man with childbearing hips any more of your energy. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I will see y'all in the next one.